Johnny Leslie, your missionary to the country of Croatia. Brother Davis had told me that y'all will be watching our ministry video, and we're excited about that you might see what God has been doing over the years here in Croatia. There is one thing we'd like to update you on that's not in that video, simply because we did not know the way God would be leading our family and what He would be wanting us to do for the future. But Tori and I, while we were on furlough, we began to pray about the city of Split. It's the second largest city in Croatia. For 21 years, Tori and I have been in the northern area of Croatia, in the city of Varaždin and the city of Čakovec. We started two churches up here in the northern area. And but God has just been burdening our heart for that southern coastal area, second largest city of Croatia. There's about 300,000 people in that area, and not one independent Baptist church in the whole area. And not very, maybe none or very few gospel preaching churches. Just to give you an illustration, I was looking for churches there to see what was there. Come across the Baptist Union Church of the city of Split, and they happened to have the Lord's Supper during that week, and they had the Church of Christ, the Adventists, the Pentecostals, and a few other groups there to observe the Lord's Supper with them. So that ought to kind of give you a picture of what it's like in the city. So very few gospel doctrinal based churches. And so Tori and I, while we were on furlough, we were praying about it. And God just opened some doors that we might have a evangelistic type meeting in June. God provided the funds through several churches to do that. And so a few months ago, Tori and I went down to Split to try to find a conference center to hold the meeting in. And while we were there, God just smote our hearts, and we knew that it was God's will for us to move to the city of Split and to start a church for the glory of God in that area. Now, God has opened some doors for us. He's allowed Brother Ron Winkler, missionary, veteran missionary, to be with us for the last 3 or 4 years in our work that we have now. He and Brother Sam will be taking over that work, so it'll be in good hands, and they'll get it going and keep it going and so forth. And that'll allow Tori and I, in the September, October of this year, we'll be moving down to Split to see a church started for the glory of God. Now, the conference will be June the 11th, and we're excited that Brother Davis and Miss Christie will be coming over here to get to see Croatia, but also it worked out that he'll be here during the time of our conference, and I've asked him to preach the meeting. Now, what we'll be doing is in the month of April and May, we'll be taking a group of people down to saturate the town with gospel tracts, soul winning, flyers for the meeting, and so forth. And then the week before that meeting, Brother Davis, Miss Christie, their children, and several of our church people and some folks from the United States will be with us. And we're going to be saturating the town before the meeting, trying to soul win, pass out literature, just get the word out that there's going to be a meeting there. And then on the Saturday night at 6 o'clock, your pastor, Brother Davis, will be bringing the message. We'll have special music and just trying to reach people with the gospel. It is our prayer that through that meeting, many will be saved, and that we'll get a core group that with that, we'll be able to start that church. Now, we'll put that in God's hands. What God does is fine with us. We're praying for a lot saved, but if not, we're still going to move down there and just work at it soul by soul to see a church started for God's glory. So we're excited that you're sharing your pastor with us. We're excited that Miss Christie and the children get to come over and see the work here and see the city of Split, be a part of that, seeing that church get off the ground. Just a little side note, the city of Split, there's a summer palace from a Roman emperor by the name of Diocletian. It's said that he killed more Christians were killed under his reign than under Nero or the Caesars. That's very sad, of course, but wouldn't it be glorious to see a church started in that city where he had a summer palace, where he tried to kill Christians, but they're still there, and the Word of God is still going forth. So I want to thank you for your support for our family, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Now, I pray, please, church, pray for the city of Split. Pray for souls to be saved. Pray that God would condition the hearts. It's over 90%, 95% Roman Catholic, very difficult place, but there's a God in heaven that can do a mighty work. And we're praying, and we need God's help to do something. So please, please, please pray for the city of Split and for your pastor as he brings the message, that he'll say just the right thing to these Catholic people and that some folks will be saved. So God bless you, and I hope you have a good conference.